Hey guys, welcome back to the Struggleville YouTube channel. I want to do a little video just talking about this new YouTube algorithm because if you've noticed, a lot of the really popular, really big channels have been complaining about this, and don't worry, my channel's just fine. But people with like 500,000 subscribers or several million subscribers have really been complaining about this new algorithm that they're getting less views. And then the other side thing that's happening, which may actually be more important to them, is that people are kind of phantomly being unsubscribed. People say that they're not unsubscribing from a channel, but when they go to the channel, they see that they have been unsubscribed. And that's the other problem that some of these really popular YouTube channels are having, and just about all of them have made videos on it. So you have likely already seen videos discussing it or complaining about it and all that. And I'm kind of conflicted with it. I have some empathy for them and their plight because it is their livelihood, it's how they make their money. And then the other part of me kind of thinks that they've brought this on themselves and that there's a lot of things they can do still and things that they should have been doing to insulate themselves from the problem they are currently having. The thing is, almost since I started my YouTube channel a couple of years ago, I've told resellers, eBay sellers, Amazon sellers, that they really need to diversify what they are doing. They shouldn't be just selling one type of product. They shouldn't just be selling on one platform. And the same thing goes for YouTubers. It may be your profession to make YouTube videos, but it doesn't mean that you can't do other things and that you can't expand. So they've put all their eggs in one basket, and the problem with that is they're not even the ones that are carrying the basket. The basket is YouTube's basket. It's Google's basket. And they can drop that sucker or chuck it around the room anytime they want. You have really little to no control over what happens. That's the same thing on eBay or Amazon. Any Amazon sellers have noticed that over the last 6 months, they've raised FBA fees probably more than in any other time period in the life of the FBA program. So, if you aren't prepared for that, if you didn't prepare before, if you're not going to make changes for that, then yeah, you are going to have problems. And it makes sense that the biggest YouTube channels are the first ones to notice this and point this out because they probably look at their analytics a lot closer than I do. Once a month, I'll say, hey, what did I make the last 30 days? Or I might check a few particular videos to see how many views they got, just to see if I should do more of something like that or not. And that's it. These people probably check it every day or once a week or something. So they're watching a lot more often. So I feel bad for them because I get it. I'm in the same similar situation when it comes to reselling on eBay and Amazon and stuff. But also, through thinking about it, and something I've realized more lately, more than any other time period before, is that people are smart in different ways, and I've been watching a lot of like political videos on YouTube because the whole election season and everything, and it just makes me think that somebody can be really smart about politics. Like they can be really, really smart and know policies and have some real common sense when it comes to politics, but maybe when it comes to business or some other facet of life, they're just completely clueless. They don't understand. And applying that to YouTubers is just because you became popular on YouTube, it doesn't mean you are particularly smart or business savvy or anything else. People just might tend to like your personality or like the concept of your channel and the content that you're putting out, or maybe it is in some way unique. And none of those things necessarily mean that if you became really popular on YouTube, you would know how to maximize that popularity or how to get the most out of that opportunity that you have. Um, Especially with YouTube, it's really interesting that it's so easy for a channel to be just deleted, just to be canceled. And it doesn't matter how small or how big you are. That's another thing I don't think YouTubers have realized is, and this is something I realized on eBay back when I started, it doesn't matter how large you are or how small you are expendable. You don't mean shit to the platform you are on because take anyone with millions of subscribers, you erase that channel, people aren't going to not go to YouTube. They're just going to watch other YouTube videos and watch other channels. So YouTube doesn't care about you, and you have to understand that, because if you think you're so important that you can in some way push them around or bully YouTube, or that they give a shit at all about your opinion, then you are really mistaken, and you're going to be in for a rude awakening. And there's been channels, what I was trying to get at is there's been some high profile, I don't know, like Bearing, B-E-R, Bear, I-N-G. I don't know how Bearing, I'm assuming. I never watched one of the videos. I don't know what it's about. All I know is on Twitter I saw a bunch of people talking about how his channel got suspended before 3 copyright strikes, and they all happened by the same person at the same time. Channel's gone. He eventually got it back, supposedly, I saw. Excuse me. And then the Amazing Atheist said that his other channel got taken down. And I guess he's having a feud with somebody. Same thing, copyright strikes. But that's how easy it is for your income to go from whatever you're making a month down to zero. All your past content's gone, your subscribers, everything, because you didn't really own any of it. It was all YouTube's, it was all Google's. And I don't understand why these people don't, and maybe some do, but the majority that I watch, which is like 5, don't capitalize on this properly. Think, if you have 500,000 subscribers, why don't you have your own website? Why don't you have your own email list? Do you know what an email list with 500,000 valid emails of a targeted demographic would be worth? You would make so much more off that email list than you would make off of YouTube. It's just amazing that people don't capitalize on what they have and learn how to optimize it and make more money from it. If you had that email list, then these people with their channels getting canceled or saying that people are getting unsubscribed, it wouldn't mean a thing. Because you could send out an email explaining that to everybody on the list and say, hey, if you got unsubscribed, you can resubscribe here. Or if they're on your email list, who cares if they're subscribed on YouTube, because they're still getting an email every time you upload a video or every time you do whatever the hell you're doing. And you definitely would prefer people watch your videos on your own website rather than YouTube. On YouTube, you split the revenue 50-50 with Google, which Google owns YouTube and everything. It's theirs anyways. It's their ad network. But you're splitting the revenue. With your own website, it's all your revenue. You're not splitting it with anybody. You keep it. And you can put more ads on the website. And you can be a part of several ad networks. I can't pause this. Why can't I pause this? Damn it. They're going to bark. Or that one's going to bark. So, for an example, my website has 2 main categories, or 2 main drivers of traffic, content-wise. It's my eBay search rank tool and Harbor Freight coupons and some video reviews. Those are the 2 main drivers. So if we want to go with the Harbor Freight coupons and video reviews, I have about 800 subscribers to my email list. That means every time I upload anything new, 800 people are going to get an email. My website has 6 Google ads per page and 3 Amazon ads per page. It may sound like a lot, but my website's there to make money. It's not a charity. If I couldn't make money off it, it would not exist. It's as simple as that. So, think if only half of the... First off, okay, so I send the email. They're all valid email addresses. Every time I send an email, I just reminded 800 people that my website exists, that it is there. Now, of those people, let's say 50 to 75% of them open the email and click on the link for these coupons. It's a very specific, targeted email, so it tends to be opened at a higher rate than what you would see if you ever looked up like industry averages of email list and open and click rates. Mine tends to be higher, and I think it's because of how targeted it is. It's not selling anything to anyone, for one, because it's coupons, but also it's very specific, and every time it's the same thing. So it's such an increase in views and traffic to my site. There's two main sources of traffic: Google and my email list. Now, I just have 800 people on this list. Can you imagine if you had 500,000 people on the list, or if you had millions of people on this list? It is worth so much money to have that information, especially if you have demographic information on the people. Are they male? Are they female? What are their ages? Geographically, where do they live? You have so much at your disposal, and yet so many of these YouTubers just rely on YouTube for their income. Just the ads on YouTube. Some of them will have an affiliate link in the description, or a Patreon, which I don't even know what that is, but apparently you make money on it. And I think it's too bad. I mean, sometimes I watch these videos and I think, oh man, if I were you, I'd be doing this, and I'd be doing this, and I'd have this. And some people have t-shirts, and why aren't they doing I forgot even what it's called, the Amazon t-shirt thing? Instead, they're using Teespring, and you have to sell, it's a short window and you have to sell so many, and it'd be so much better just making these free Amazon shirts, putting out the design and selling it. And you don't see a lot of that either. And I just think it's funny that some of this I feel bad for him, and some of it, you brought this on yourself. You should have been optimizing this opportunity all along and paid some attention to things that are a little more peripheral, that aren't directly in front of you, and what you could have been doing with this. And honestly, losing some of these subscribers shouldn't even be a big deal to them, because someone who's actually watching all your videos and paying attention, they're going to notice that they were no longer subscribed. They're going to go to your channel and resubscribe. If they don't resubscribe, they probably weren't watching a lot of your videos to begin with, and you weren't really earning much off of them anyways. So, I just had to throw that out there, let you guys know my 2 cents on it, whether anyone cares or not. So, thanks for watching. If you want, give the video a like. Give it a like, give it a dislike, leave a comment. Apparently, user interaction is very important now in the new algorithm. Don't really pay attention, I don't know. So just do some kind of interaction. Share it somewhere, or dislike it, or like it, or leave a comment. Wherever the hell you want. Thanks for watching, guys.